Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. William Ruto has suddenly decided to respond to the archbishops who castigated him for the bad policies that he has introduced to the country. Now, the archbishops, based on our analysis, the previous two analyses, archbishops castigated William Ruto for not caring for Kenyans. Now, Ruto, in a function at Tangaza University, it was I think some kind of graduation. So he decided to respond to these archbishops, but Ruto chose a very careful way of responding to these archbishops. Mind you, the archbishop labeled William Ruto as a liar. But then, if you listen to the statement or in the video that I'm about to share, ladies and gentlemen, you will discover that William Ruto is literally trying to tell these archbishops to be factual in their statements. So this is some kind of rebuttal in a way. First things first, just go below there and like this video. It's so important because that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel because that is the only way our channel grows. To those who subscribed before, thank you so much for that support. Now, Ruto, of course, was not happy with the statement from the archbishops, just like Sudi. We talked about Sudi, just like Aaron Cheriot. All of them were not happy. In fact, yesterday, during the parliament sessions, Ichung'wah was conspicuously missing. Why? I suspect it's because of that statement that the archbishops released. It caught Ichung'wah flat-footed, and people needed answers. That's why you find that in the parliament sessions yesterday, there's something that Junet Mohammed mentioned. There's something that many other members of parliament mentioned, and all these were in line with the statement that the archbishops released. Now, Ruto is telling these archbishops to be factual. It means whatever they said was wrong or maybe contained a lot of lies based on their statements. And he went to an extent of literally trying to warn leaders who make statements without other considerations, or rather without considering even the consequences. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting a lot of time, just pay attention to this video.
In this compound, we've been here many times around this compound. And it is very gratifying that we are here today to do this together. And I want to ask all of us, leaders, the clergy, Kenyans, to work together towards a nation that we can all be proud of. And even as we engage in public discourse on matters that are important to the people of Kenya, we must be careful to be factual, lest we become victims of the things we accuse others of doing. I know you know what I mean.
Now, very well, ladies and gentlemen, based on that video and based on the video that we shared in our previous analysis when we talked about the archbishop's concerns. So these two videos from William Ruto and from the archbishops, you realize that the archbishops are literally trying to call out William Ruto for being a liar. Now, William Ruto is trying to tell these same clerics or the clergy to be wary of what they say, and he's literally trying to challenge them to justify their points, because according to William Ruto, he thinks that these clergy are not being factual. In other words, what he's trying to say is that whatever they told the Kenyans yesterday, the 14th of November 2024, did not have evidence that they ought to have proved. You know, there's a separate discussion I've had, and this discussion was all about the intention of the archbishops. Now, someone was trying to say, because the archbishop said the government owe them 3 billion. That their operations are literally grounded because the government owes them 3 billion, which has not been paid. Now, this 3 billion is supposed to enable them pay salaries, enable them pay suppliers, enable them run the facilities. Now, someone in a separate video insinuated that, is it that these archbishops are all interested in getting the money?
When I listen to what the church is saying and whatever they are raising, there's some sense. But I want to know the honesty behind them. Going forward, today we are questioning on how the government is working. Our people in Kenya maybe are more exposed than they were before. This country is running so fast side. Democracy is going to another level. In the next few weeks or months, you listen to them how they are hitting on the government and on the churches now. We know churches are getting offerings, tithes, love offerings, wherever. And soon, people want to know how their money is being used. You see these kind of billions that government holds, the Catholic hospitals and so on. How are this money managed? How do they pay their taxes? How do they offer their services? So
that means if they get this money, they will be silent. They will not talk about abductions, talk about unkept promises. They will not talk about so many things simply because they shall have been paid. So is the intention the money? But it's their right. Even if that is the case, it is their right. I don't think there's something wrong or anything wrong with them claiming that they need payment of those pending bills, because honestly speaking, you cannot move to a new policy. It is just like, for example, in a company owes you some kind of money, and then you realize that there is change of management. Now, if it was company X, now it's being called company Y, and you're supposed to still supply that company with maybe goods or services, but the previous company owed you 3 billion. Of course, you're going to be like, discouraged or demoralized from making that supply. So that is the same case that the archbishops are finding themselves, the same problem they are finding themselves in. That the government owes them 3 billion. That is money that the previous medical insurance, the medical insurance, that is NHIF, was supposed to pay. It didn't pay. So because it did not pay, what is happening is that they are still required to offer more services, but there is a change of company. That is now the new body is SHA. So I think this is why the clergy is finding it pretty difficult. So Ruto realizes that is the case, and because he owes them 3 billion, and probably right now there is not enough finance to sort out that bill, he chooses to try to expose these clergies as releasing statements which are not factual. So William Ruto's statement is pointing to a fact that they, clergy, are not telling the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go below in the comment section and you can offer a reaction regarding the statement from William Ruto, a statement which he released at Tangaza University during that graduation. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.